Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. Guys, I've had a request from a couple different people about sharpening or touching up a fleshing knife, so I kind of thought I'd go over that with you today a little bit if it's feasible too. First thing is the knife itself. Now this is a post fleshing knife, and you can see that this side over here is beveled and then this side here is beveled. You've got a sharp side and then what's supposed to be a dull side. Now, most of these new knives, when you order one or when you get one, both sides are going to be extra sharp, okay? So my suggestion is take that dull side, and it's usually the inside concave is the dull pushing side. Now you can use whichever way you want, but I prefer to use that side. What you're going to want to do is dull the piss out of that, okay? And the best way to do that is across. You're going to think I'm crazy, and maybe you already do, and that's okay. But we put ours against a cinder block and just run it back and forth and knock that edge off, and then put it against the block of wood and run it back and forth until that thing is dull. All right, you don't want that sharp at all, because if that is sharp, you're going to knock a bunch of holes when you go pushing on that fur, okay? So that's the first thing, okay, is dull that pushing side. Now, if you get one of these others, and I've got one back here, if you'll excuse me just a minute, let me fetch it. One of these old Sheffields are the same way, okay? When they come, you've got the pushing side, and then you've got the sharp side, and they're the same way. You're gonna have to dull it. I mean, knock that edge off. So these old Sheffields are still my favorite knife to run, just because I like the weight. I let that weight of that knife do a lot of the work for me. When it comes to pushing, and even when it comes to slicing, you can just lay that knife up there and just the motion of it, and just let the weight of the knife do the work for you. The only problem is these things are getting heavier as I get older, and my old left elbow and I've got chronic tennis elbow in that left elbow. My left wrist is shot from riding bareback horses, and I can't do it. And I've got arthritis in the right shoulder, so I can't run these big heavy knives anymore. It's taken a lot of getting used to run one of these lighter knives that you don't have to physically flip over, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working on it, but boy, it's been a struggle. So let's get to touching this thing up. Now, the best thing to use, if the knife's already sharp, it's got an edge on it, all you need to do is bring that edge back, is you just take a steel and lay it so that it is the exact same angle as the bevel of the knife. All right, a fleshing knife is sharpened different than, say, a regular knife. Okay, the bevel is actually a little bit concave. It's not a knife edge like this. It's a little bit concave. So you've got to get that. You've got to get that steel the same angle as what the bevel is. All right, and then you just work it in a circular motion, back and forth around it. Just like that. Then on the opposite side, you lay the knife or the steel flat against the back side of the knife and do the exact same thing. And it's the same if you've got to sharpen it all over again, you've got to use a stone, it's the same thing. Nothing changes. Okay, you've got to make sure you're with the angle, and then again on the back side that you're flat straight. Okay? Otherwise you'll knock the edge clear off of it, you'll ruin it, and then you've got to start all over again. These cam new sharpeners that you see that you run down, do not ever use one of them on a fleshing knife. You will ruin the knife. So the best thing to do is just get a really fine, nice steel, or a really fine, fine grit stone, and just go over it like that real lightly until you get that knife where you want it. Now, once you get it where you want it, then all you got to do is just a little minimal maintenance to keep it touched up, keep it sharp, and you're going again. So that's the way I take care of my knives. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's just the way I do it. So, guys, if you found this information helpful and useful to you, if you would please just hit that thumbs up for me. That's all I ask. I appreciate everything you've done for this channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in to watch. Once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.